run at the first sign of trouble. Like, I don't feel like that should be the immediate reaction. But I
I'm
feel like
so glad you said
in
that.
today's day and age,
That's what everyone does.
Listen, with so much choice, that we have, with everyone being swipeable, I feel like people run at the first sign of danger, the first sign of trouble, and I don't feel like that's always the right reaction. I really don't. I feel like you're going. Relationships are tough. They're hard. They're not easy. They're never always easy. If you're planning to be with somebody for the next 50 to 60 years, you will go through burying, most of your friends and family in that period. You will go through moves and loss and trauma and all kinds of experiences. You will go through health crises. You will go through all kinds of situations. And it's really about sticking with that person through their lows, through their highs, and just being that one.
It sounds like you when you're with someone, you're in for the long haul. You're in for the long journey. You're in for the marriage, because you were just reciting marriage vows, and I was going to say that is it because let me just ask you this, because you've just mentioned what you need to stick with someone through and through. Mm-hmm. I think that's generational. Because I think the new generation doesn't do that. I know I'm overgeneralizing.
You are talking. Okay, you were talking against maybe around. I'm not good with evolution, but I would say upwards of like 2 million years of history. People are naturally what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say egregious, but I don't think that's the right word. They're naturally sort of flock towards. They need other people, and we partner up. That's a sort of a natural part of the way that we've evolved. Having that sort of
I think you're right.
Other person, right?
But I don't think that's what's happening. Do you know why? Because yes, naturally we gravitate towards one another, but I think society is splitting us up. Because now what you're seeing in the media is like you need to be independent. You need to be boss bitch, boss babe, boss this, boss that, and you cannot rely on other people. And I think that's really dangerous in our society nowadays.
Oh, I totally. Okay, yeah, I see your point. Right. I completely agree with that. I would say that it's not all of us crave to have that sort of, that feeling of love. At this point in your life, you might not necessarily need it, but it's a longer term investment. You're eventually going to lose your parents. You're eventually going to lose your family, and it's about having that other person. When you get old and you need someone to look after you. Can you imagine? I used to volunteer, like back in the States. I used to volunteer in retirement homes. For example, and can you imagine being that person all alone and you pass away and nobody comes to your funeral?
It's huge in the UK, loneliness.
I'm not going